继续看一下我们的这个 Disco Elysium，现在时间来到了这个下午的4:35啊，这个夕阳西下啊，整个这个影子也变斜了。所以说这算是一个有一个真实时间的一个环境，觉得还不错了啊。而且这小鬼啊，怎么还没回家？你从早上那边一直玩到晚上啊！我现在比较奇怪的就是说，这个技能到底是怎么算的？有一个可能是说它有第二层颜色的意思，真的很奇妙。不管它啊，我们能做的事情先做啊。问他一下，你在3月的时候，3个月前你在温室到底干嘛？
Hello again, officer. How are things?
你在温室3个月，你到底在干嘛？
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so.
最后一场雪。
Snow has nutrients in it, helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
OK。见为知左，眯着眼。
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
院子的入口。
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
什么意思啊？所以这个你是说这个园丁在这里，他可以看着书店，他可以看着港口，可以看着运河，然后还可以看着院子的出入口。我们不用讲出去哈，他在监视我们是不是？
Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
我们知道了，了解了3月份的工作啊。What？ 他是在监视你，不是？我们还有什么工作可以做啊？我要跟我需要经验值啊。好，前面有讲过啊，这个车子是这样倒带之后呢，它就往这边走了。所以说我们去看这个运河啊，哎，这是什么意思？地上有裂痕。这是什么东西？什么东西？这个有泥胎印啊！你们是在干嘛？
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hog René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
手眼协调。
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrated, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Entity.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
Huh.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit.
哈哈哈。
It It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem? You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! Well, it damn well isn't! It's pétanque! You ruined a pétanque game! We want our bull back!
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you oil slug! You owe us a goddamn bull! Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer? No reason to even feel bad about that. It's just the way of the animal kingdom.
啊，我们要去运河啊！金属球啊！他妈的干！我的这个资料夹里面好像有个金属球啊！这看一下有没有什么特别的东西啊？我现在往南边走啊。这是乞丐吗？哦，这是一个电话。
Yes?
没什么啊。
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
想不通啊。
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children? And what? Oh, look, man, I'm not into politics. I like everyone. Check out the box.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
OK，
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand, synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport, all in different typefaces.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
我没有钱呐、
You find your hands, the box smells.
Economical, but
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
So
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
贵死啦！
Only? That's madness. Fun, ultra, wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine. These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra.
Damn, so you'd have to buy the sneakers first.
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, but see, if on the other hand...
Damn, so you'd have to buy the sneakers.
收啦。是怎么样？这已经到了顶头了。地图啊，哎，对啊，我们来到这里就是一个运河的尽头啊。什么垃圾桶啊？这是当钱啊，就是拿东西来卖，是不是？没老板吗？这有人啊，奇怪啊。
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you? I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
OK。
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
原子笔可以干嘛？
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
挑战吗？食髓知味。我有什么可以暂时增加食髓知味的呢？ 没有啊。随便了。
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
啊，我枪啊，被拿来断步了啊！唉，我把枪当掉了。
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Shit.
He watches you melt down stoically from behind the lenses of his glasses. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RC.
等一下啊。靠腰啊！也没讲。Shit。啊！没讲。操他妈的！我要重打啊！
Hello again, officer. How well, Snow has no.
Yes, think about the cute grandma. No, stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore. Glad to have been of service. Now you know.
呀，我是要买一个美片啊，这个不然会死亡啊！操！
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Batiste makes you feel better or something.
这也太可怕了，会死亡嘞！去那个啦，去找那个你是干嘛的啊？你是干嘛的？
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
it's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Educates.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
野松公司的这个谈判的啊，
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
没差啦，随便冲冲。
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
这个人真的太文学了，太文青了。
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Ah. 那可以走过去啊，你可以这样走啊。这是哪里呀？Nomax，圆环啊。
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
不要再讲
Philip
了。
III's ludicrous bronze likeness looks defiantly up into the sky. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Huh. 练习射击。
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings. An old monument.
拿走。拿走。有钱当然拿。这个干嘛呢？哎呦，强健身体哦，标新立异。我要穿这个啦。 你不能直接取代吗？哎，等一下，我脱掉外套才可以穿吗？你不能穿啊！奇怪了，这有了穿了啊！强健身体，再穿啊！ 对啊，奇怪，怎么不给我直接拖上去穿呢、啊？搞什么奇怪？
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
确定吗？那装疯卖
The
傻。
woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hand. No response. Wherever this woman is, you're...
对吗？真的假的、啊？不要再唬我啊！这个过不去啊，是不是？啊，这边过不去了，就是这样子啊。我现在去当铺啊，当铺有我枪的讯息啊，赶快啊！嗯，哎，这边干嘛？来这边不容易的，来绕一圈。哎，
lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Sticker.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays. It is a seal of Royalist-era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
God.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Oh, 有钱啊！没有拿到啊。
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The
我写
colors
多
of
文啊！
Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously
An old case for my precinct. A couple of Jim's migrants saw a Stajraiko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Jim's community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in
知道这些
Revachol.
干嘛？拿钱呐！讲一堆有没有的。讲这么多有的没有的干嘛？不要理那两个疯子。不要理那个。不能走啊！这有个电话亭啊。 好啦，不跟你搞啊。食髓知味加1耶，这个身体强健。等一下啊，手套加减手啊，又没有本身又没手套。干，我不是有拿到一个很大的手套吗？那个东西跑去哪了啊？手套加减带啊，食髓知味加1耶。这个啦，带这个比较好啦。对啊，带这个比较好。看6啊！我现在存个档好了，不然又挂了。那个人想干嘛？
Good day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Ah, 是不是一台卡车把那边撞倒了？我在想。
Yes? Yes?
没有啦，我要进去啊。 这个操作有点傻哎。
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyelmdal burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
博学多闻真的够了，我不想让这么多博学多闻，浪费时间呢。
It's not often that I see it. What can I do for you? I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have...
Who are your customers?
All kind. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. It's okay. He definitely is. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Let me have a look. I'm not purchasing anything else you're thinking of selling. Another time, perhaps. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold...
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
The
lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Of course. I doubt it, but I do my best to...
He doesn't know anything.
I do my best.
He doesn't know it. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
哇！走了，走了，走了，走了！操妈的！我把自己的枪给卖了啊！啊！ 我来跟这些人讲一讲啊，看是不是把我的球丢出去，是不是？我可以。
Life, I'll be with.
Have you no Honey, I'm trying.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask, that's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it.
Merde!
Hey, it wasn't.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just vandalize our game, son. We can't prepare with well, it damn well isn't.
Take it easy.
Of course there's harm done. You good. Mistakes are...
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, cop is a pejorative term.
He doesn't know about the crime.
If I knew...
It is true, sire. He knows nothing.
菲利普三世。
Ah, yes. King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true...
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple-nosed candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. Ah, his egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the risk? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity.
Of course. Clarity of vision.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made a...
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Please, officer, don't encourage him. Do spare us the cocaine fairy tales. The art...
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Right.
OK。OK。
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with direction.
我会走下去吗？这什么东西？并不好见。拿走，拿走，你钱还蛮多的、啊。拿走这个下面的塑胶袋耶。 对，我就可以拿那个，我就可以回收资源回收了啊，我就可以有钱了。OK， 什么东西啊？
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onak written on the other side, with N and C scribbled. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent sets up on the ice.
这里面是不是再从这边看过去啊？我们在这里啊，看过去有个教堂啊。好吧，东西。工具里面有新的垃圾袋啊。我们现在找点东西来回收啊。
This coin-operated viewer is
这个呢，这一台又可以看到别的地方哎。
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clerc, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
我不要花我的钱啊！看的也没什么好看的、但我记得这里可以回收啊，我这是可以。
Yes.
哎，干嘛？这里不是原本有什么东西可以给我回收的？怎么现在不能回收了呢？啊，我袋子应该要先早一点找到啦。
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
意志坚定。shit。
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
真奇怪，这小孩子真的奇怪到有炸裂。我可以过去吗？我现在我需要什么啦
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
关啊！ 好像都已经这边都逛过了。这边有谁可以讲话？这个人是谁啊
Scab?
公贼。马来了。
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
这人讲话很精简啊。
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
他讲话好快啊！
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
我们怎么爬上去了啊？
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Oh.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing me. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
等一下，我们也是可以下去的，捡一下东西吧。这不是可以捡吗？不是罢工的领袖是不是？
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Okay.
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
这样好啊，讲话我听得懂，英文我听得懂啊，又没差。总比讲的那个文绉绉的我听不懂的好啊。
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the...
Right to work! Right to work!
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
Right to work!
It's shameful.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
have the right to work!
这个不是罢工者，这是要工作的那群人啊。
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Opulence.
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
反罢工者是哪？就都是这些人，对，他们是要工作的人。
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
酒吧的保镖。
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Territory 酒吧。
What's it to you? No. Don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo haul. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to break.
在谈啊。
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in through the Secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is. Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge.
OK。所以呢？你他妈嘞！我现在到底要干嘛？我现在要升级呀、啊！他妈的，我升级这个，我是升级钢铁筋骨啊！不然走上去好了。这有门呢、欸。OK 呀、啊。
Body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
钢筋铁骨太弱了，赢不了。
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
It's not good.
口臭是吗？
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Yes, Al-Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Correct, my small skull servant. Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
Your life and the life of your race revolve around Al-Ghul. It has everything to do with why you're here. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
真的还假的啊？你说这个人跟下面的那个人，你会想起他？哦。
Look at my chronology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Sounds. Shut up, you slut.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
这个人有病啊！每次全身刺青，讲话文绉绉。
Bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic scholars.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshach's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
哦，内化啊。
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
标新立异，等一下啊，标新立异啊！我现在存个档。现在不行是不是？ 那个标新立异啊。这样使用标新立异啊！我看一下哈，这个服装的这个东西啊，看一下，这个东西啊，标新立异会加1啊。对不对？就标新立异加1耶。一下这个啊，博学多闻我受够了，我真的受够博学多闻了。我现在标新立异是6哦。我可以快速存档啊。然后呢，我现在就是我标新立异来到了92，一定会过了。
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
Yes.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
A 好了。
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals. Excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Inbreed 啊。
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large
propensity 是偏见、偏向。
are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesque, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
OK， 继续聆听教诲。
The Areopagites are sleek,
哎呦，你讲的头头是道啊，你去讲吧。反正我也听不懂，我也不想记啊。
Immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient the latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Semino-Areopagite.
啊，B 组 B 组， 可以。
The Khoikhos of Grad, Hugo, Zimsk, Chess et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a hand on which pinkness is a russet. The Khoiko.
Wouldn't he be 1 for ethnostates?
他居然不支持单民主国家。
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simonese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos. The Vasholians have...
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad.
The
revolution is fatal enough of Tibet mediocrity.
表示满意啊，那就是讲 C 吧。
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep.
当然深入给他讲啊。
Lesser races like the mosquito. The mosquito is born sterile.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Mosquito 怎么是蚊子人哦？那就给他讲呗，不要反驳他。
Then there is the Semino-Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Semino-Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site. The Koiko, as you know, are very servile. This but enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
OK， 我已经全部听你讲完了。
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
这什么东西啊？那我现在这样子可以吗？我现在这样子可以了吗？
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
对，我关于马克杯，我跟他种族的，靠呀，到底行不行啊？哦。 我现在就是要给他继续，是不是？我现在就给他继续插着嘛，然后给他插个2个小时啊。被这个2个小时之后呢，我就可以回来了，是这个意思吗？ 好吧，我懂了。
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic.
He had nothing to do with it.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Correct. There is nothing funky about them. I cannot possibly imagine what they are. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
好了。
The South Island, we are the future. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simon. No. I have heard about it on the radio. Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruded...
The lieutenant does not flinch.
Flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Okay 啦。
There is nothing funky about them. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
明亮的光线。
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salem Rocky Baye, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Shit.
The unpromising.
走啦走，赶回家睡觉了，搞死我！我也不知道在搞什么嘞。就是跟这个一直给他内化，是不是？要给他内化，是不是？奇怪，然后这个东西好像也是可以，就是要给他内化，是不是？就是这个都给他内化啊，是不是？ 我不懂啊，这个内化，那就内化吧。干，那是这个内化之后可以得到干嘛？不懂。这个先停止啊，先这个样子啊，我可以，然后我就可以知道回家的路了，这样吗？ 开灯啊！这晚上了，你还在玩啊
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
钢筋铁骨。我先进去房子里面看看。这个人，我到底可不可以讲话？
Can I help you?
我是不是可以偷啊？偷这个工会的人？
The worker is in a deep slumber.
强健身体。等一下啊。 我现在这个是叫什么啊？标新立异。我现在如果强健身体，强健身体，原本是28的几率啊，
The worker is in a deep
变
slumber.
成42了，可以试试看啊。
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Slumber. 把他叫醒。
Looks like a Sao descendant. A lot of Sao dock workers around.
Really?
好啦，不行
You
啊。
woke me up for that?
The dock worker doesn't answer.
我们先离开了哈，我们离开了。我们这一节先到这里。啊，跟他讲一
The
下哈。
worker is in a deep slumber.
靠腰这样子。我们先不要跟他那个讲话啊，因为那个讲很久。这个在明天的时候应该是。
Yes?
我在看这个门。
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick. This door can...
他不在啊，他在上班呢啊。不开。这什么东西？来镜子啊，这什么东西？
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Morbid.
The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
No problem, officer.
你干嘛那么快离开啊？
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
没有这个工具，我是没办法修好啦。用你的，哦，这个结链钳是不是可以？结链钳，结链钳啊，可以啊，我有结链钳。 可以修好
A
这些
mirror
吗？
hangs on the bathroom wall.
这样子可以啦。
In it, your face, adorned. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place.
Force
You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Oh. OK， 博学多闻都7了呢。我赶快升级耶。好，你看一下地图啊，上面有些是可以去挑战的啊。死水之味。被吊着，这个我们可以去挑战啊！我们下次起来的时候，我们就去挑战啊！只要是穿着这个白色的 T 恤就可以了，就是穿这个就可以了。这个很奇怪嘞，我按2下就直接替换掉了，为什么我还要自己脱下来再换呢？我就不懂了。